Hey guys, Dan here from Subie shop. I'm going to show you another video today on replacing a door lock actuator. So sometimes if you're unlocking your door, find that the actuator doesn't work. So today and you have to use your key, we're going to show you how to replace these inside the door mechanism. So we'll put a new, in this case, it's a right hand front. This video is probably relevant for 08 to 11 Imprezas. It's pretty straightforward. They do have a few little rods that link on to the door lock mechanism, so we'll show you during the install on how to do that. All right, let's get started. All right, so this is Jamie, and we're going to do the install today. We're going to show you what tools we need first. So what have we got there, Jamie?
So you're going to need a 10mm socket.
Yep.
You need a flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. We actually like to use these handy little guys here. It's just some Phillips bits with a ratchet, because these screws for your actuator are always Loctited on and quite stiff. And a little bottle of Loctite for when we reassemble it. So we've got the first couple of screws just to get the door trim off. We've got one in behind this little cover here, and another little fella right down under here. So first we'll pop those caps open so we can get to the screw head. Grab our trusty Phillips. And move our way down here. Try not to scratch our lovely wrapped piece. And now we have to lift the grab handle out. There's a little tab through here. You can see through the front, might be difficult to see on camera. There's a little slot right here, and we're going to slip our flathead screwdriver in and pop it up. And you find there'll be spots all the way along. So again, careful not to damage anything. Just slowly work our way up.
We'd usually use plastic removal tools on this, but we're not today. So it's recommended so you don't scratch any of the trims.
And here we have the two wiring harness plugs. Just pop the little clip and slide him out. We're going to pop this guy open. Usually doesn't come that easily. We just pop this little pin and undo the wiring plug. So we've now gained access to, there's two more screws here and here to hold our door trim on. We'll quickly just whack those out. Alright, now that we've pulled all of the screws out, come down under here. It might be difficult to see on camera again, but there's a little slot where you can fit a plastic removal tool in between the door card. We're going to use a screwdriver and pop him outwards. And now there'll be little push clips all the way around, so you just slowly and carefully make your way around with your plastic removal trim tool. And once they've all popped, simply pull it slightly forward and lift upwards and work it out of the channel. Now we have the last piece attached will be the two cables for your door lock and your door handle. See these two little retainer bits? Simply pop it out, move your cable forward and lift it out. This is for your door lock, exactly the same process, slightly different shaped cable. Done. Alright, so now we've got the door trim off. We're going to pop this cover off, undo the wiring plugs for the actuator itself, and we'll move forward. Just a hot tip, be careful with this stuff. I like to call it Black Death. it is a motherfucker to remove. Sorry.
And it sticks on you everywhere.
It does. Gets in your mustache and your dreads. So again,
professional here. None of that in your hair.
That's it. So again, just like a normal wiring harness plug, simply push the tab, pull the plug, and pop this around carefully. I like to pull our cables out. All right. So here we have a 10mm bolt, which holds in the channel that your window moves up and down. So we remove this bolt just so that we can gain access to actually remove the actuator afterwards. All right. And next, I'm just going to crack the screws here. They're often quite tight. Make sure you use the correct size screwdriver head. And I like to use this little ratchet because you get plenty of torque out of it. So once they're cracked, I'm going to leave them in for now and move on to the next step. All right, so this is the replacement actuator we're about to fit in here. So we're just about to work inside the actual door skin itself. These two rods, we're going to have to undo the clips and remove them. So if we bring the camera inside the actual door, we have this plastic retainer and this one. So we simply push this one to the side, like so, and pop the rod out. And this rod is exactly the same principle, but just the opposite direction. Slide him around and wiggle him out. Okay, so remember the 10mm bolt that we removed from here. Inside the door you can see the channel that your window will slide up and down on. So now we have a bit of give here, just to give ourselves a bit of space to maneuver the actuator itself out. It can be quite tight and you simply just have to jiggle it, move it, and yeah, try not to force it. All right, and these three screws that we just cracked before, we're going to completely remove them now. All right, so now that our actuator's free, again we go inside. We just need to maneuver it around this guy, which can take persuasion. A bit of persuasion, can be quite fiddly, but we'll get there.
Because I got the camera in here at the same time, I've got no room, so.
All right, and pop him out the bottom here, and bring your cable with you.
Sweet.
Ta-da! All right, so to reinstall the new one is literally the same process in reverse order. So I like to put the cables inside, so they're inside the door, so it's out of my way for now. Now, this bit can be quite fiddly. All right, so we've got it in position now. Make sure your orientation's the right way. If you look inside, make sure your rods are not caught behind the 4,000 different things it can get caught behind. And first I'm just going to loosely put these screws, the mounting screws, in the actuator, just to hold it in place. Just a couple of turns is fine. And now inside the door skin, I like to connect the big fat rod first, pop him in, slide the retainer over until it clicks. Now we'll do exactly the same with the door lock. Pop him in, slide it over till it clicks. Now, remember our trusty 10mm bolt. We go down the bottom here, we'll put him back together so that our window guide is back where it should be. Alright, so we're going to go back to our mounting screws. I'm just going to pop them out one at a time and just apply a little bit of Loctite to the threads. Less is more with this stuff. And continue the same process for the other two. And now we grab our trusty little Phillips head ratchet, so we can do them up nice and tight. Sweet. Alright, if we come around to the inside of the door again, we plug in our actuator wiring plugs. Simply push them in until they click. Grab our cables that we tucked out of the way before, and there's a little slot in your dust cover plastic. Just poke them through. We'll carefully reinstall our plastic without covering ourselves in black death. And now we move on to put the door trim back on. Right, so we've got our door card ready to reinstall. I'll try and do the cables first. So around here, the bottom one for your door handle, you can see the little ball on the end of the cable. Slot him in his spot, pop him back in his clip, and we'll do the same with the smaller ball on the door lock, in his spot, and pop him back in his little retainer spot. Now, I like to grab the plugs for your window switches and just poke them through. Make sure they don't get caught back there, or you're going to have to pull this off twice and do it again. Much the same with your little tweeter speaker, if your car has it. Just leave it popping out through this little gap. And once that's all set right, we need to find our channel along here and simply, same as we removed it, angle it up, pop it over the edge here, and line him up. Slide downwards to make sure it's in the right spot. And you should be able to feel the push pins perfectly lined up all around the door. Push it firmly but carefully. And now to reinstall the screws. If you can remember, we had the two mounting screws through here. Might as well pop the one in behind the door handle as well. Pop our little cover back. Screw him in. And carefully grab our little cover, the long part of the tab. Pop it in there, and it should click back into place. So now need to grab our grab handle and window switches to reinstall them. Your factory ones won't look this nice, but if you check out Subie shop, you'll be able to get a whole wrap set and all the interior parts you need, so your car can look this rad too. Simply plug them in, pop him in his, line him up in his spot, and push down for the clips. Again, press firmly, but be careful. These clips are made of plastic. And one last screw. And pop the little cap over. And last but not least, we have the little tweeter. You have a look inside the back of it, pop your wiring loom through, pop him in his little spot there. Simply plug it in until it clicks. And now, if we make sure our plug is in his little retainer spot, simply push this down. You'll have a steel clip here, which goes straight in there. Line it up. And firmly but carefully pop it back into its spot until it clips. Alright, now we've got the door card back on, everything reassembled. We're just going to do a quick test. Ignition on. Success, we have a functioning window.
Okay, moment of truth. Locked. Unlocked. Woo! We're back. Alright, hope that helped, guys. Fix a broken door lock actuator. Stay tuned for the next video and look forward to helping you out on the next one.